Hey guys, welcome back to our Texas homestead. Today I'm going to start getting our pantry filled up with some soups since it's almost fall. Even though here in Texas it's still 100 degrees, technically in like 2 days it is the beginning of fall. We won't fill it till November probably. But today we're going to make some chicken soup. So I bought two rotisserie chickens the other day and just deboned it, put it in a bag, and then I had a bunch of celery and carrots in the freezer. So that's what we're going to use. So I'm going to bring you over here to get started on the stove. So to start with, you need 16 cups of chicken stock. So let's see how much we got. So each one of these should be 4 cups. I'm making some cookies, so the oven just got warmed up. I can't get it to work. There. Well, that's 12. I need one more. So this pretty much wipes out my chicken stocks, and I gotta make some more in the next week or so. Okay, so 12 cups of chicken stock, and then we'll come over here and get all the other stuff. So we need 1.5 cups of celery. Frozen still because I just took it out, but everything's got to come up to a boil, so it'll thaw out real quick. So that's like 2 cups, but it'll work. Throw that in there. And then 1.5 cups of carrots. About that. And then 3 cups of chicken. I don't know if the bag's greasy or my fingers are, it won't open. What the heck? There we go. And so if you got a Sam's or a Costco around you, I got the chicken at Sam's and they were $5 a piece. And I looked at the grocery store for a raw whole chicken and it was $10, so definitely cheaper to get the rotisserie. So 3 cups of chicken going into the pot. And then we need 1 medium diced onion. I think I'm actually going to double this since I have so much chicken left over. So after I get this diced up, I'll get another pot going. I'm also going to make some roasted tomato soup. I always make bean and bacon soup for my mom, and then split pea soup for my dad. I feel like there was another one I was going to make. I'll have to look. But my go-tos are chicken and tomato. Mike doesn't like soup, so. Technically not true. There's a Mexican soup he likes. But I haven't figured out how to make it yet. And then I think it's like egg drop soup or something. You always get at Oriental restaurants. He likes that one. So I'm gonna get this in the pot, bring it up to a boil. I'm gonna get the other pot going, and then I'll bring y'all back. So the first pot's come to a boil. So I'm gonna put it on low to let it simmer for 30 minutes. The second pot's still warming up. I didn't have enough chicken stock for 16 cups, so I used some of this instead of all our homemade chicken stock. So I definitely need to make chicken stock in the next few weeks. And we're just gonna put some salt and pepper in there. It doesn't say how much, it just says to taste. Ooh, that might be a little much. So we'll let that go for a little bit, and then we'll taste it, see if we need to add more. So I'll bring you back after the 30 minutes when I'm ready to start putting it in the jars. And I got the jars in the oven warming up. So the soup's been on the stove for like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna start canning it up. I just got the jars out of the oven. It says it makes 16 pints or 4 quarts. So we'll see how far we get. Somewhere I put my ladle. Oh, over here. So I want to make sure I get a good mixture of the carrots and celery and chicken and everything. So I'm gonna put a scoop in each jar, see where we're at, and then I can always put a little extra in there and then fill the rest up with broth, just to make sure I don't get one that's like all broth and no stuff. Put a little extra in that one because that one wasn't much. Like I am already running out of solids. Battery died on me. So I'm already running out of like all the good stuff, and I only have 5 jars filled up. So I think it's gonna be like a lot of broth and not so much the other stuff. These. And now we're just going to fill the rest up with, oh, that was hot, the broth. And you're going to leave a 1-inch headspace. So right to that bottom ring. So what kind of soups do y'all like to make? Oh, I thought of the other one I wanted to make. It was, I think it's called the Italian wedding soup at Olive Garden. And it's got sausage and I forget if it's kale or char or something like that. But that's the other one I'm going to make. I don't know how they figured 16 pints, because I got 8. And there's not very much water left over. So let me get the other one, get it going, and I'll bring you back. So with the double batch, I got 16 pints with the chicken and everything in them. And then I went ahead and just put the leftover liquid in these 3. So if I'm not feeling good and I just want some chicken broth kind of to drink with a little extra, that's for that. So somewhere I put vinegar on here. I'm gonna wipe down the rims, put the lids on them. I don't have to debubble them because it's so liquid, there's nothing in there to get bubbles in. I don't remember if I said, but I already got the pressure canner outside warming up. Since we got hot jars, we're going to want hot water in the canner. Okay, so new box of lids. I'm gonna put an X on these 3 since they're just pretty much liquid. So remember when I take them out of the canner, probably be able to tell since nothing will be floating in it, but just to make sure. And then you just want to put the rings on finger tight. So I'll bring you back when I get these in the canner. Okay, you just really gotta slam the lid in there. Not slam it, but you really got, oh, this one still won't go. Maybe if I undo it a little bit. There, it was just too tight. But I did put oil around it, so it's easier to take on and off. The American, you gotta keep it oiled, like between the lid and the canner. Okay, now it's ready to go. So, I'm gonna let that start venting. It'll vent for 10 minutes. And then I'll be ready to put the weight on. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, you can't see it, but there is a steady stream coming out of there. So I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. And then we'll be able to put the weight on and start getting it cooking. So it's been 10 minutes. I'm going to put my weight on, 10 pounds of pressure. And then once it starts jiggling, since I did pints, I'm going to do an hour and 15 minutes. If I did quarts, it'd be an hour and 30 minutes. So, and then once that time's done, I'm going to let it, turn it off, let it come down to 0 pressure, let it sit for an extra 10 minutes, and then they'll be ready to come out. So when all that's done, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. Show y'all, that's what it looks like at 10 pounds of pressure. The weight isn't jiggling around like crazy. I turned it down to low once it started getting up there because the weight was going crazy. But you don't have to keep it on high or anything. Once it gets that pressure, you can turn it down. If you notice it go below 10, you might need to turn it up a little bit, but it should pretty much stay. If you got the Presto and you got the jiggle weight on there, it shouldn't be jiggling like crazy. It should be a more calm, steady jiggle. Okay, so it got down to 0, and I let it sit for 10 minutes, so now we can open it up. Going the wrong way. So, there is our chicken soup. I'll get all these out, let them sit overnight, and then I can take the rings off, write on there what they are, and then they're ready to go into the pantry. So, hope you liked it. Let us know what you think, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next time.